The musical is about to go live on my website in about 15 minutes. So I'm doing a watch party with a lot of the original cast and crew from Pray the Gay Away. In fact, so some of the food we have here, Pray the Gay Away takes place in Minnetonka, Minnesota. So they actually made tater tot hot dish for us here at the party. Now in the musical, on the event page, the video page, I've posted a lot of serious background information about the musical, and we've posted information about trigger warnings. In the description of the video, there's support to the Trevor Project and other groups if anyone's triggered by the show. But right now, this is a joyous occasion, a celebration to get together with the original cast and crew of the musical Pray the Gay Away. So my musical Pray the Gay Away is about the painful world of gay conversion therapy, and it's going to go live on my YouTube channel in about 15 minutes is the premiere. So we have about 30 of us here from the original production to kind of share together in a safe place to rewatch the work that we did several years ago. Pray the Gay Away, the musical, went on stage in November of 2019. It was presented by the Theater Arts Guild of Skagit County, and it was performed at the historic Lincoln Theater in Mount Vernon, Washington. It had a sold-out run. About 4,000 people saw the show. Now, those are the only people that have seen the show, that original 2019 run, and then the pandemic hit. So that's part of the reason we're sharing this video now with you, so you can finally see Pray the Gay Away, the musical, which is about gay conversion therapy. It's about the cultural, religious, and political forces that support and fight against gay conversion therapy. For a lot of the serious content supporting this musical, I have videos of interviews on my YouTube channel, on our Facebook event page. But today is a celebration with the cast and crew of Pray the Gay Away. And I'm hoping some of them will come over. I see Mildred. Would Mildred come? Here comes Mildred. Here's a microphone.
Hi.
So what did you do in Pray the Gay Away in the musical?
Oh.
She's in the video.
I played Mildred.
Mildred Felcher, the busybody church lady. One of my favorite characters.
Mine too.
Yeah.
She's hilarious.
And she minds her own business. She never gets in anybody's business.
Sure.
And she's not judgmental.
You betcha.
You're gonna love her character. Oh, and you made this tater tot hot dish, right?
I did.
So,
yes.
Pray the Gay Away, the musical, takes place in Minnetonka, Minnesota, in 1982. There's a lot of Scandinavian and Minnesota humor in the show. And here's some of the tater tot hot dish that she made, and it's wonderful.
Lovely.
So you're hosting our party today. The cast and crew, the original cast and crew of Pray the Gay Away is here. Mildred's hosting the party so that we can all watch it together, and watch it together in a safe place. Please watch this musical with a friend in a safe place. Parts of the musical, some of it's funny, but a lot of it's very brutal, particularly in Act 2.
Yes.
Do you have any special memories that stand out from the production run?
Wow, yes. During scripture debate, so intense, and the audience is just on the edge of their seats. And you could feel the tension between the two entities on the stage. You know, it was just, and the energy through the whole theater was just palpable.
So, Pray the Gay Away, 1982, Minnetonka, Minnesota, follows two boys going through gay conversion therapy. One of them is part of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, which teaches that homosexuality is an abomination. So, of course, we have a scripture debate in the show. that brings a lot of these arguments together as they're debating with a member of a group called Youth Pride in the musical, which is an LGBTQ support group. So you can imagine things get a little fiery. Now,
Yes.
I did see recently the musical The Prom, and I have to say, my scripture debate, it's a little similar to what's in that show. I wrote mine before that musical came out. But mine goes a little more in depth with arguments from the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. Our friends at P-Flag helped me develop this musical, doing a lot of workshops. And the Trevor Project, we ran free ads in the original program for the show, and they were nice enough to supply us with brochures and support information that we had on hand for people if they were triggered during the show. And a lot of people were triggered through this show. If you're part of the LGBTQ community, you will be triggered by this show. If you've gone through gay conversion therapy, please don't watch this show alone. Watch it in a safe place with a friend. There's a lot of fun and games in this show, but it goes where it needs to go, particularly in Act 2. There's a lot of very abrasive humor, but it's all true. The things in my musical are all actual elements of gay conversion therapy. They're actual religious arguments, and the things that happen to people are very, very real in the musical, so don't think it's all made up. Anything else from the original production? Do you remember how nervous we were before opening night?
Oh my gosh, yes, yes. The feedback we were getting was above and beyond, and we were worried that we were going to be picketed and...
Well, or worse.
Yes.
So, now a lot of people have seen the musical, so we've had people jump in the comments and kind of support the musical, but originally no one knew what it was, and people were kind of freaking out.
Yeah, yeah. And it definitely, we felt that as a cast.
Yeah, so opening night, we had no idea what to expect. The audience got what we were doing and really embraced the show, which still kind of surprises me. Now I'm nervous all over again. I don't know what people are going to think to a worldwide audience. We've had a lot of trolls, especially the last 48 hours, on social media, who have been saying some really nasty things. Now, as many offensive things that I've said in the musical, and by the way, everyone's going to be offended at some point, offended in different areas depending what your belief system is. Nothing I put in this musical is as nasty as I have seen in some of the comments from trolls on the social media pages. I won't repeat what any of them are. I would never even put it on stage. It's really horrible.
Yeah, it's very sad.
I think I see a conversion therapist.
Let's bring him over.
Thank you so much, Mildred. Yeah, you're going to love her in the show. She plays Mildred. Oh, I grabbed the mic from you.
Yes.
And do we have a conversion therapist?
We do.
Now, he's not a real conversion therapist. He played one in the musical.
No, my real job is...
I'll put this on your collar. So, he was kind of like Captain Hook and Peter Pan, where everyone loved to hate him. So, he played a conversion therapist in my musical.
Well, I'm a lawyer in my real life, and so I was counsel to the production as well. So I just came here to tell you
that's true, right?
This show is copyrighted, so don't even think it. Don't even think it.
And Pray the Gay Away is actually trademarked.
Indeed.
And a lot of people don't know this. The reason I trademarked the phrase Pray the Gay Away, so the symbol for a lot of the LGBTQ movement in the 1970s was taking this pink triangle from the Holocaust that was used to identify homosexuals, among others. They turned it upside down. They reclaimed that as a sense of pride, to rebrand that. My hope, and I have no idea how to do this, my hope is that by trademarking the name, which I did several years ago, that the phrase "Pray the Gay Away" can be reclaimed so it's not one of pain. But I digress, counselor.
Well, I was there at the beginning, Conrad came over to visit me one night and said, "Hey, I got this idea for a show. I want to bounce it off you." And I said, "Okay, what's the premise?" Well, it's about this little town in the Midwest that practices, where there's a church that practices gay conversion therapy. And I said, "What? And we're going to put this show on here? Mount Vernon, Washington?" "Yeah."
So most of the show for several years, we went through ideas on his porch.
Yes.
It was actually kind of workshopped on his
The
porch.
porch, yep.
So a lot of people, when I said I was doing a musical called Pray the Gay Away, a lot of people, including, said, "Do not use that name. Do not use that name. No one will come see it." And then people told me, "You can't do a show like that in Mount Vernon, Washington. We're a farming town about, what are we, 40 miles from the Canadian border?
If that, yeah.
We're basically Southern Canadians." And they said, "You got to do this in Seattle, LA, Chicago,
Yeah.
New York. No way you can do this show in a farming town." Well, the show run sold out. The complete run. I couldn't get tickets for family members.
Yeah, and the name worked perfectly, which shows why I had the legal department and not the creative department.
But now people are telling me, "Oh, well, it may have worked in a farming town, but this would never work with a sophisticated audience in Seattle, LA, New York." I think people don't have their pulse on the audience. We're going to see tonight
Indeed.
if I'm right or not.
What I'm really proud of is that there was a patron after patron I spoke to. I mean, I tried to speak to them all afterwards. And there were so many people I never would have expected to see at this particular vehicle. And every last one of them said, "I feel different.
So
I just feel like I'm a different person now that
And that's the reason I created the show the way I did. If I created a documentary, no one would go see it. The whole purpose for me to create Pray the Gay Away the musical was to bring the topic of gay conversion therapy to a wider audience. Now, a lot of people go to this show for different reasons, but they think, "Oh, this is funny." And there is a lot of funny stuff. But the reason I put all that in is so that people would see the show. And then they're delivered, in Act 2, I keep using the word brutal. Act 2 is brutal, but you have to go through Act 1 so you have the information and the context to go through Act 2.
Yep. Act 1 is a comedy. Act 2 is the
Like Romeo,
T word. Yeah.
like Romeo and Juliet, which is another one of my musicals you can watch. So I think my musical is about to start streaming in about 30 seconds.
All right, let's go.
I hope you guys like it. Let me know your feedback. All feedback is good. If you join us in the live chat, that's great.
What's that?
I love debate, but debate the ideas, not the person. Attack the ideas, not the person. Be nice in the chat and we'll let everything fly. Oh, Leah, thank you for being willing to put this out there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What are the Jingle Sisters? What are the Jingle Sisters?
I hope you like it.
Bye, thanks guys. Pray the gay away the musical.